Gold should not exist. Not here. Not on Earth. Not in your hands. Because the kind of energy required to create gold is so violent, so extreme, that our planet has never been capable of producing it. So when you look at a gold ring, a necklace, a coin locked away in a vault, you're not just looking at wealth. You're holding something that was born in catastrophe. The question is, what kind of catastrophe? And how far did it travel to get here? Here on Simple Things Why and How, we take simple questions and follow them all the way to the edge of the universe. And today, we're chasing gold. For most of human history, gold felt almost magical. It doesn't rust. It doesn't fade. It survives fire. It survives time. Ancient civilizations worshipped it, fought wars over it, built crowns and temples from it because it seemed eternal, like it belonged to the gods. But long before it belonged to kings, it belonged to something far more powerful. To understand where gold comes from, we have to go back. Not thousands of years, not millions, but billions. When the universe was born in the Big Bang, it was almost embarrassingly simple. There was hydrogen, there was helium, a tiny trace of lithium. That's it. No iron, no silver, no gold. So where did the heavier elements come from? They were forged inside stars. Stars are cosmic furnaces. In their cores, hydrogen atoms are crushed together under immense pressure, fusing into helium and releasing light and heat. As stars age, they begin fusing heavier and heavier elements. Helium into carbon, carbon into oxygen, and so on, climbing the periodic table step by step. But there's a limit. Fusion inside ordinary stars can only go as far as iron. Iron is like a dead end. Creating elements heavier than iron doesn't release energy. It consumes it. So even the largest stars can't quietly cook up gold in their cores. Gold requires something more dramatic, something violent. For a long time, scientists suspected supernovae, the explosive deaths of massive stars, might be responsible, and they were partly right. Supernovae are powerful enough to create some heavy elements. But gold? The math didn't quite add up. Then, in 2017, something extraordinary happened. Astronomers detected gravitational waves, ripples in space itself, coming from a distant galaxy. Two neutron stars had collided. Neutron stars are the collapsed cores of massive stars. Imagine something heavier than our sun, compressed into a sphere only about 20 kilometers wide. They are so dense that a teaspoon of their material would weigh billions of tons. Now imagine two of them spiraling toward each other. When they finally collide, the energy released is almost beyond comprehension. In that brief, violent merger, matter is crushed together with such intensity that atomic nuclei rapidly capture neutrons, building heavier and heavier elements in fractions of a second. Gold is born in those moments, in the collision of dead stars, in explosions so powerful they warp space and time. That single event detected in 2017 is believed to have produced more gold than the mass of our entire planet. Let that sink in. The gold in your jewelry, the gold in your phone, the gold buried deep in Earth's crust. It likely originated in a neutron star collision that happened billions of years ago, long before our sun even existed. That debris, rich in freshly forged heavy elements, spread across space. Over time, it mixed with clouds of gas and dust that would eventually collapse to form new stars and planets, including Earth. When our planet was young and molten, most of its heavy metals sank toward the core. In fact, much of Earth's gold is probably still locked deep below our feet, far beyond our reach. The gold we mine today may have arrived later, delivered by asteroid impacts during a chaotic period known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, when space rocks constantly slammed into the early Earth. So the gold you see in a ring or a coin is older than the planet it rests on, older than the sun. It traveled through interstellar space as dust, survived planetary formation, endured volcanic upheaval, and waited quietly underground until humans dug it up and decided it was precious. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of this story. We didn't just assign value to gold because it's shiny. We were drawn to it because, without realizing it, we were drawn to something rare, something forged in the most extreme events the universe can offer. Gold is not just a metal. It is a fossil of a cosmic explosion, a souvenir from colliding stars. And when you hold it, you are holding a fragment of a story that began billions of years before life existed, before Earth cooled, before there were oceans, trees, or people wondering where it all came from. So the next time you see gold glitter in the light, remember this. It wasn't made on Earth. It wasn't made in the sun. It was born when two dead stars collided in the darkness of space. And somehow, against impossible odds, it found its way here. If this changed the way you see something as simple as gold, leave a like so more people can discover the hidden stories inside everyday things. Share it with someone who loves space and big questions. And subscribe to Simple Things Why and How, because sometimes the smallest objects carry the largest histories. And sometimes the real treasure is the story behind it.